A lot of confusion with people when they talk about survival knives, utility knives and bushcraft knives. So I'm going to give my opinion. We'll start off with the bushcraft knife. This is the one I got with me today, and this is my Mark I Morse tribute knife. Now I would call this a bushcraft knife simply because it's got a 0 scandi grind on it, which needs attention lavished upon it. These are not easy to sharpen well in the field. So I would say a bushcraft knife needs to be able to shave wood really well, be strong enough to do some small battening, and let's face it, I do some big battening with these. A fire lighting knife, a knife to carve things, just a general all-round woodcraft knife. That is my opinion on a bushcraft knife. Whether you've got a nice pretty wood handle, or like me, I like a micarta handle. I think it all comes down to the size of the blade and the shape of the edge, continuous curve on these, and the bevel on them. So that's my opinion on what a bushcraft knife should be. And I always carry a folder with a bushcraft knife to do dirty jobs and cooking duties. Utility knife. I've got this one with me today because I've done a mini review on it. So I would class this, although most people would think of it as a bushcraft knife, I would class this as a utility knife because it's very affordable. You can do dirty jobs with it and it's easy to sharpen. It's got a secondary bevel on it, which is a piece of cake to sharpen in the field. Granted, you will never get it to shave wood as well as a bushcraft knife, but you care about it a bit less. You know, if it gets wet and gets a bit of rust on it, that's if it's not stainless, then it doesn't really matter because it was affordable, and if you lost it, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Whereas a bushcraft knife, you pay a bit more for it, in some cases a lot more for it, and you do lavish that attention, which this doesn't need. Utility knife, something you don't care so much about, you can just use it, sharpen it quickly, and it's not the end of the world if it goes missing. Now the interesting one, survival knife. Now I'm coming at this from a modern point of view, not coming at it from 1980s survival knife, big huge thing, sawback, hollow handle. They are movie props. They're not really much good for anything, and if you want to buy a good one, it'll cost you a fortune. So we're going to look at my modified Falkniven S1X. This is the B model, and B for black. If I was buying another one, I would certainly not buy the black. Done a review which has done pretty well. There's quite a few views on it, and that was with the stock handle, which in my personal opinion was awful. I changed the handle, put a nice man-size handle on it, micarta, and it totally changed the knife. I can have a good grip on it now. I can make feather sticks with it. It's strong. You can batten with it. You can beat hell out of it. You can actually chop a bit better than you could with the stock handle because there's more to grab onto, take your grip down. You can do a bit of chopping with it. And to me, a survival knife should be made of a steel which doesn't need much care. And this stuff, laminated COS, does not need a lot of care. It's good steel, it's expensive steel, and this thing, you could basically drive a tank over it and it'll still shave your sticks and it'll still cut your food up. Yes, so that is bordering utility survival, but it's a bit of a lump and you really wouldn't want to lose it. It's worth a few quid. So that's my personal opinion, my guide to bushcraft, utility and survival knives. A quick guide. I could go into a lot more depth. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, and I certainly appreciate a thumbs up. Until the next time, ta-ra.